Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 4.
Good evening, everyone. Here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. Moorhead police are warning the public about a high-risk sex offender moving to the city. 29-year-old Omar Yassin will be living in the 1900 block of First Avenue South starting Monday. He was arrested for using drugs to sexually assault a teenage girl. High-risk offenders are considered the most likely to reoffend. Questions tonight surrounding a vulnerable teenager found at a motel by herself. Police found the 16-year-old girl with Down syndrome at the Roadway Inn along University Drive around 4 this morning. After putting out a call for help, police eventually found her caregiver. It's unknown at this time how the girl ended up there and alone. We'll have much more on this story tonight on Valley News Live at 6. Another record number of COVID cases have been reported in the U.S. More than 200,000 cases were reported yesterday. That's a new single-day record. The previous record happened on November 20th with more than 196,000 cases. Wednesday's numbers show another grim update. More than 2,700 deaths were reported. That's the most ever recorded in a single day. New jobless claims have hit the lowest level of the pandemic. However, filings for assistance from the Emergency Pandemic Program continue to rise. More than 20 million people in America are receiving some kind of assistance, which is a drop from the previous period that ended November 14. But this time last year, the number of Americans on unemployment assistance was less than 2 million. That wraps up today's top 4 at 4. Now let's get a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch.
Well, with weather like this, I've spent a little bit of time twiddling the old thumbs today. There isn't hardly any clouds to worry about, no wind to worry about. And look at these temperatures, 45 to 50 degrees across eastern North Dakota. Outstanding weather. Average temperatures this time of the year for highs are only in the 20s. And we beat that by about 10 degrees across much of northwest Minnesota even. Just outstanding with sunshine aplenty, only a couple of clouds out there. We are watching a pool of cool up there in Canada, not far from Hudson Bay. That's going to be heading south, and how far south and west it protrudes will play a huge impact on your Friday planner. More on that here in a little bit. For this evening, a look at the Luther family Ford camera there, and boy, I'll tell you what, it looks delightful. We do cool quickly tonight with clear skies and calm winds in Fargo and in Grand Forks, as we are about to enjoy, as you can see here from Grand Forks and the dike, a gorgeous setting sun at 4:37 in Grand Forks. Coming up, I'll have details on how cool finds its way into the valley, and I'll have details on what you can expect as we glide through the weekend and beyond in a little bit.
All right, can we just keep it up there?
I would really like that. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, let's get some fans going. just keep it out of here. Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Hutch. Well, one man is behind bars after police say he tried to run someone over, then crashed into a building. It happened around 4 this morning in the 2500 block of 15th Street South. Police say the driver tried to ram a man with his vehicle, then hit the entrance to the apartment building. The victim told our crew on the scene that he hurt his leg, but it would have been worse if he didn't run behind the concrete barrier leading into the door of the building. Police arrested 36-year-old Benny Rodriguez of Moorhead. He's facing charges for terrorizing, aggravated assault, and driving under the influence. A Fargo High School teacher is being recognized internationally for her work. Leah Julke teaches English at South Fargo High School. She beat out more than 12,000 other teachers to become one of the 10 finalists for the Global Teacher Prize. She didn't end up winning, but the victor announced that he will be sharing part of his prize money with the other finalists, $55,000 each. As COVID continues to surge through North Dakota, creating both staffing shortages and hospitals near capacity in the state, 10 of those are at Essentia Health here in Fargo. Captain Tanisha Catherine says this is her first travel assignment as an RN for COVID, saying her team will be here for at least the next 30 days.
So far, the unit has just been busy. Our patient load has been pretty busy. We've been doing a lot, caring for a lot of patients, but it definitely has been interesting. It's a privilege to be here, to be able to support, North Dakota.
The Department of Defense and FEMA will reassess the need for the Air Force RNs at the end of the month. And Essentia officials say while they hope the extra help is able to stay, they do have backup plans in place if that's not the case. A unique accident last night between a vehicle and an airplane. A small plane crash landed on a Minnesota interstate. The Minnesota State Patrol says it happened on I-35 near New Brighton. The single-engine plane made a suspected emergency landing just before 9:30. It hit a vehicle in the process, but thankfully no one was hurt. The State Patrol identified the pilot as 52-year-old Craig Gifford of Minneapolis. That incident is still under investigation. NDSU's winter commencement will be a virtual event because of the pandemic. There are more than 1,000 students who are eligible to get degrees. The online celebration will also include a name reading of each graduate from last spring and summer semesters. The ceremony is Friday, December 18th at 10 in the morning and can be seen at NDSU's commencement website. The governor of North Dakota is proposing a new budget of $15 billion for the state. The new figures came out of an address to state lawmakers this morning. Governor Burgum wants the state to reduce general fund spending by about $8 million to roughly $5 million. That would bring the total state budget to $15 billion. The governor also wants to pass a historic $1.25 billion bonding bill for infrastructure. In the end, the legislature needs to pass a budget that the governor could then sign. Jan Smith, the Minnesota Commissioner of Health, says overdose deaths in Minnesota have seen a 31% increase compared to last year. The spike started in March, mostly because of the increase in synthetic opioid-involved deaths. Smith says even during this pandemic, help and support is available. A farm in southern Minnesota burst into flames this morning, resulting in multiple animal deaths. Police say it happened around 8 a.m. near Blooming Prairie. The farm continued to burn for nearly 2 hours, and smoke could be seen from miles away. Police say that no one was injured in the fire, but a number of hogs have reportedly died. As the winter months are approaching and more people in our community are in need, United Way is getting help in a big way. Today, Xcel Energy announced they'll be donating $10,000 to the nonprofit to help fight hunger and prevent homelessness. It's estimated that more than 1,000 people in our community experience homelessness on any given night. 23% are children. The United Way's goal is to end homelessness for 90% of people by 2023. They say donations like this one from Xcel are what makes it possible.
What could be more needed in this time of the COVID-19 virus than additional funds to help our citizens, customers, friends, and family that are struggling? So with this check, we're certain that our partners brought together by the United Way will do a great job in addressing hunger and homelessness.
And for more information about the United Way's mission and how you can help, just download the VNL News app. You can find this story on our homepage. And if you're looking for ways to spread some holiday cheer, Valley News Live is teaming up again with the Great Plains Food Bank for a virtual food drive. There are a number of items you can purchase and donate right from your phone. Every $50 donation provides 150 meals to those who need it most. Download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and simply click to donate. Well, Carol Baskin is in the news again. This time, one of her Tigers bit a volunteer. We'll have more on that story next.
It was a marvelous start to our day on this Thursday. A gorgeous rising sun and a few clouds out there, some of which were contrails from airplanes. High temperatures soared today to nearly 50 degrees across eastern North Dakota. How warm will your Friday be? It'll be fabulous, but not as warm as today. Details next.